This is a review of Samba in Switzerland, written by Paul Yanuziello and illustrated by Joshua Miller. I apologize if I've mispronounced any names. This book is the third in the Samba Dog series. At the beginning of the story, we're introduced to Samba and Ariella. Samba is dreaming of his previous adventure in Brazil before waking briefly when water drips on his nose. Ariella's thoughts are shown to us on the next few pages before we suddenly find ourselves outside with Samba. The rest of the story, until the very end, follows Samba's dream. I realize that for the intended audience this would be a spoiler, but parents may want to know that in advance because the story doesn't follow a traditional linear path. It's fairly evident early on what's happening, but it's not expressly stated until the end when Ariella wakes Samba. I will, however, leave the particulars of the tale for you to discover when reading, save for this. After we're introduced to our two characters' pictures, we're shown the outside of the village in the snowy mountains. The text on the page is what I would refer to as an info dump. It's a method used to convey information to the reader that doesn't really fit into the story itself at all. Samba's breed and Ariella's relationship to him were likely introduced in an earlier volume of the series, as I would also imagine that Ariella's origins were. This is the only installment I have of the series, though, so I can't be sure. Regardless, the information feels as though it were simply thrust into the story, as though perhaps there was a minimum page requirement for printings that needed to be met. The issue for me is that I find it jarring, and it upends my suspension of disbelief. It happens early enough in the book that it doesn't prevent me from enjoying the story that's presented, though. The other piece I will note is the Fun Facts page, which does provide some tidbits that older readers might find interesting. Incidentally, the artwork on both of these pages is the same, if differing in scale. Using the dream as a storytelling device serves to encourage readers to question the information presented to them in order to arrive at a factual conclusion. It's subtly done, and we're given clues that all is not as it seems. The mechanic can serve as a means to teach readers critical evaluation, so that they aren't just absorbing information, but are also actively examining the data they're given. Overall, I would rate this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Though I wouldn't want to see all of Samba's adventures, or even a large number of other children's books, employ this storytelling device, it is an effective means of engaging a reader's interest. And if parents are reading to a child who enjoys asking why, this is one story where the question is perfectly justified on nearly every page. Samba in Switzerland is available from Books A Million in paperback for $14.95 US and in hardback for $24.99 US. Links to public domain pictures from Pexels.com are available in the description. Thank you for listening, and have a good day.